All right, guys, welcome to the Shay and Wilson Show. I am Shay, that is Wilson, and below us are our guests, Billy Whale, also known as Tasty Whale. Check him out at tastywhale.com. And Kyle Rothfuss, check him out at kyleisafaggot.com. Today on this episode, we are going to discuss our favorite games of the past console generation. Cue intro music.
Two perverts who met online talk about free booze together. The Shay and Wilson Show.
Based off our names.
Oh, yeah.
Shay and Wilson Show.
We should get that real URL now.
Yeah, I know. If this was published on TV, you'd actually get sued if it was a fake URL.
It'll be part of our meta humor.
Kyle is a faggot, right?
Yeah.
Faggot.com, okay.
We'll just like have a bunch of pictures of
it's
sticks.
open. It's available. There is no Kyle is a faggot, so like.
Oh, snap. That's going to become our official website.
Yes.
kyleisafaggot.com.
If you want to check out more of the shit, we'll check out kyleisafaggot.com.
I like it.
Good times. All right, so today I had everyone decide on their honorable mention and then their favorite video game IP of the past generation. That's in console generations measurement, but PC wise might have a little bit more give and take. So who wants to go first?
Sounds like you
will.
volunteered, Jay. Oh no, Billy. Okay.
No,
Step up,
I'm
Billy.
chiming in. So
All
I think my honorable mention is actually the the music game genre. I know there were drum games and
Like
guitar
the whole
games.
genre,
like
not
the whole
specific one.
genre.
A whole genre that appeared and died in the course of one console
We'll go with
generation.
exactly. I'm saying it was last generation. It was
And
Rock
died a
Band,
much deserving
Guitar
death.
Hero 4 or whatever, because it had, people coming together. It was like the return of in-house multiplayer. Like you could actually hit someone for doing something wrong.
Did Halo go away?
No,
In-house.
fair enough, fair enough,
Not as
though.
much LAN.
Yeah.
And, sure, I think it's kind of dead now. You have a bunch of these $100 plastic instruments just sitting in the corner of your room gathering dust. But it was very fun while it lasted.
Now everybody's playing by themselves on Rocksmith. It's like going back to the nerds.
Exactly.
I actually really hate the idea of Rocksmith, but I won't go into it too much.
Yeah.
But
I never
it
enjoyed
actually
any of the
really pisses me off. I think you might as well either
music
learn the
games.
instrument or learn freaking Guitar Hero, but Rocksmith is like a absolute bullshit.
I haven't played
Compromise is
it.
just unheard of. Compromise never did anything for anyone.
No, but it does not teach you to play an instrument. It teaches you to do covers badly. Like I listened to a guy doing a Rocksmith cover of a Black Keys song, and I was like, "Fuck, you are looking at
But at the
shit
same
too
time-
much, and it's making you bad at the game."
At the
It's
same
making you bad
time,
at the
to
song.
further derail Billy's topic,
That's fine.
on the guitar forum I frequent, there are
like
some
I just
guys
said.
who have picked up Rocksmith and they use it to to polish up their scales and stuff like that.
Well,
Which you
maybe I
don't
need
know,
it.
but whatever, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's my my runner-up. And then I have to say what I think was a good last-gen game series would actually be Gears of War. Now, I'm
Yes.
not saying it was like the best thing ever. It definitely kind of introduced the like bro crowd, college gamer, whatever.
I think
To
that's Halo 1 that did that, but I don't
like-
go.
well, yeah, and it did like all the same brown and yellow and like bland colors. It didn't have any color in the game.
You're really
people
giving it
always-
a shining endorsement right here.
I don't know. People always
I'm
forget
just
the
saying,
whole, like,
acknowledge the problems with it and then accept all the goodness. But I mean, the multiplayer, hella fun. Chainsawing someone in half, hella fun.
Yes.
And I mean, it had like a predictable storyline, but it was a new IP. The entire series is on the exact same console. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that that's a requirement for our best of last gen. And
No, but it does.
I just special connection with it. It got me into third person shooters more and got me like the reason to have Xbox Live was so I could play with people online. So that's
So did you
my
play Judgment?
I did not play Judgment actually. which I know sounds weird, but
I
just
really
didn't have
like
it
the
in
Gears
me.
of War series, but not because of just it being there itself, but playing with my buddy.
Yeah.
Like when he was studying for the MCAT, it would be like he would study for 12 hours a day, and then we would play Horde mode for 12 hours. And that was like, it was just so much. It never got old. Horde mode just keeps giving and giving and giving. But
Yeah,
my
my
only
sis-
gripe with that game is how tiny the FOV is. It's like you have 5 degrees of vision.
Yeah.
And you're slowly turning this giant beef tank
Yeah, you're
that can
basically
hop over some walls, not others.
you're a tree trunk made of meat moving around. All right, who wants to go next? That's really good. Really unexpected, actually. Gears of War, I didn't expect to hear here.
Yeah, no, those were curveballs. I think everyone knows ours, but Kyle, you want to go?
Yeah.
Kyle, would you like to share with the class?
I guess my runner-up would probably be the Elder Scrolls series. It's because we had Oblivion and Skyrim within the last generation.
That's
I
like
always,
a heavy amount of
I always
content.
forget that. I always forget that Oblivion was actually on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine looking back.
It seems
at
like an eternity ago. That and it just looked
It
like
was
a
like a
PlayStation 2 game.
decade. Damn.
Yeah. But Oblivion was pretty good. I don't think it was as good as Morrowind. And Skyrim came out, and again, it's probably still not as good as Morrowind, but Morrowind is a high bar. Skyrim was still very good, massively popular. And
Didn't you have trouble with Morrowind's their hit detection?
Yes,
Yeah.
well, that once you get past the low level stuff and mod the shit out of it. And Skywind is coming, so
Skywind is coming.
yeah.
Skywind's
okay.
the
So,
Morrowind
actually-
remake in the Skyrim.
In the Skyrim engine, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
which
completely
is going
rebuilding
to
it.
be great.
Yep. And my winner would be Bayonetta, just because it's probably the most fun I've had playing a game all generation. Put like
Word.
about 100 hours into it.
See, I've never even played Bayonetta.
There's
Yeah,
not
me
a whole lot of like rhyme and
I played
reason
it.
to it.
I liked
It was
it.
just a ton of fun.
Will it get you to buy a Wii U? Because
No.
Bayonetta 2 is coming
It's-
exclusively to
Let
the
me put
Wii
it-
U.
It's close, but not enough.
It
it's
pushed
not-
me.
That's a
it's
pretty
not-
good criteria, actually,
It's-
that
it's
Billy
not-
just brought up.
Yeah, it's not enough to get me to buy a $350 console.
Yeah.
It's $250 now. Haha.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Well,
why I'm
now
advertising
he's
this.
convinced. I mean, you bought a $299 handheld, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that I
and the
use,
Vita.
that I use all
The
the
Vita.
time.
Do you
Yeah,
really
but-
use the? No,
Yeah, I use the Vita.
how do you use it? Like, what games are you playing on it?
Tons of them.
it's like I have this. I don't fucking use it. Like,
Yeah, I know, man. It sits there like flashing because it's constantly charging. Like
You're in
I have it
Australia.
there.
You're not allowed
on
to have
backup.
games there.
Well, yeah, I guess we don't have as many, but still, like, I have it for Persona 4, the Golden, and like that's it. That's
All right. Right
That's it.
now on the Vita, I'm playing Tearaway, MLB The Show, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII. It's kind
Vita.
of redundant. God Eater, which is a PlayStation Portable game, and I think that's it.
God Eater
That's-
has some like cute looking girlies.
Yeah, that's the competitor to
Monster
Monster
Hunter.
Hunter.
It's like a Monster Hunter knockoff that I think is just way better than Monster Hunter overall.
Speaking
Did
of
you guys
Monster
ever
Hunter,
watch the Monster Hunter cartoon when you were kids?
No,
no.
Oh
I
man,
didn't even know that was a thing.
oh I loved
I
it.
think it was
You know,
called
Monster Hunter always
something
makes me think
else.
of Jade Cocoon from back in the day.
No, it
Oh,
was Monster.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry,
Jake
Monster
Cocoon.
Rancher. That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
Monster Rancher.
Monster
Okay.
Rancher, not
yeah,
Monster Hunter.
that was pretty.
Billy, fist
cheesy.
pump upwards.
Ah,
Yeah. Our fist probably
You
didn't even
might have
connect.
yeah.
They're gonna be like opposite corners of the screens.
Yeah.
But okay, Wilson, let's hear your runner-up and top.
Runner up. You said I could do this. I think it might be a little bit of a cop out. I'm gonna say the Persona stuff, even though really,
There hasn't been a new game since the PlayStation 2.
yeah, there hasn't been a new one since PS2.
But you have the gold version.
Yeah, if we're counting that, then I've got to say Persona.
Are we counting handhelds in this? I thought it was a console generation we're talking about.
I'd say
Talking
I mean,
eight
they're in the same
generation.
time frame.
But I would say that. But if I cannot say that, then my runner-up has got to be Saints Row.
Yep. 3 and 4 were really good.
Was
Yep.
2 on this generation?
2 was PS2.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I give Saints Row my runners-up ranking, and
Because we can play the shit out of some Saints Row together.
yes, because it's just freaking fun. Like there's no other way to say it, but it's like you play it, you just start having fun. It just continues to be fun. it's exactly what a game should be when you just want to turn something on and enjoy it. Like
I remember like we played co-op for the first time, and like everything that we were like, let's try to do this, it worked.
yeah, exactly. It
You could
keeps
do it.
being like, oh yeah, you can do that. We thought that up too. Like
shit.
everything.
Saints Row #1 was actually on the Xbox 360.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, fuck that seals it. The entire series.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. Saints Row 2 was released in 2008. Saints Row
Holy crap!
1 was in
Wow.
2006.
Oh, that's right. Saints Row 2
Wow.
coincided with GTA 4, didn't it?
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
That's the one that
then,
had Tara Patrick in the marketing.
Geez, it's a good thing we run a games podcast.
You're so
Being as
knowledgeable. man.
knowledgeable about this as we are. Well, okay,
So-
that
I'm definitely
seals the
not
deal.
checking my information on Wikipedia or anything.
Yeah. Okay. So definitely
I work
Saints.
for Microsoft. I know everything.
And for my best choice, it's got to be the Mass Effect series.
Of
That's
course.
not a bad choice at all. That was actually if I had to choose another runner up, that would be my third runner up.
Yeah, that there is to me like it's since Chrono Trigger. Basically, I've been looking for like my other favorite game because Chrono Trigger like hit everything for me when I played it and still does. And Mass Effect's the only other thing that ever made me think, maybe I got a different favorite now. So like the whole Mass Effect
Oh,
series.
wow.
And
Aspects up there with Chrono? Damn.
yeah, and I say that coming from a position of I don't actually like the combat gameplay in Mass Effect 1 like at all. I just endure it. I just play Mass Effect to get through to the next two games, you know. I enjoy the storyline enough to make me go back and play it a bunch of times, and you know, I like all the romantic interests. I know you don't like how the Mass Effect world sort of looks with all the, you know, metal and clean stuff everywhere and all that, you know, all the
I just wish it was more consistent between the games. There's some pretty large deviations between a lot of the human civilization, just game to game. Even revisiting the Citadel.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but like, just the whole thing to me, it just nailed it. Like, I really enjoy playing it. It's probably the game I've played and beat the most times, or the series. I just keep going back and doing another one. I'm on my like, I don't know what playthrough right now, and when I get finished, I'll start a new one. I'm way up in there. So yeah, definitely Mass Effect for me. You know, I say what I do about the ending and all that, but even with that, still all in all my favorite.
The ride to get to that ending was just fantastic. The whole way.
Exactly.
So whatever the ending was.
Yeah, that's my pick for best of the generation. Over to you, Shay.
Well, my runner-up is one that I've probably raved about the most openly.
Monster Girl Quest.
That's a very good one. I actually haven't played Monster Girl Quest 2 yet. But my runner-up would be the BioShock series.
Another very good choice.
Wow, that's your runner-up.
Yeah,
I'm actually trying, 'cause I know you love those games. So
I do I love most of the games.
So I'm trying to think what you could like more than those games.
I got a guess, but I don't know.
Okay, the thing is, like, BioShock, you guys heard me rant about it. Like, the one person who's watched earlier episodes who's watching this, the atmosphere is great. The narrative is great. I get lost in the decisions and like the ethical storylines and all that stuff. I love the characters. I love the combat. The combat's just fucking awesome. It's so brutal and hard and awesome. And, you know, my favorite one of the series, kind of controversially, is because everyone cares what I think, BioShock 2 was my favorite.
How could you say that?
I know, exactly. Everyone's like, I don't know why it gets knocked so much. I love... Fuck Kevin Levine. And here's why I fuck Kevin Levine. BioShock Infinite is the reason why this is not my number one, is because BioShock Infinite exists. And it is the reason why I went to a video gaming slump after it came out. Leading up to it,
You really did.
I waited forever. It got delayed forever. It came out, and it was not the game we were promised. A lot of people still liked it anyway. I think the AI is boring. I think the world is really cool at first, but gets boring very fast.
Yeah.
The only reason why I'm going to play it again, I didn't finish it, but the only reason we're getting into it again is just to play the DLC where they go to Rapture.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm going to get back into Infinite at all. That was just such a letdown. I couldn't even play games for a long time, so I went back into the anime binging and all that stuff.
Dude, I gotta say, you have been getting seriously emotional over your video games lately.
Oh, yeah?
Like, yeah, between that, I mean, you're saying, like, I couldn't go back to
I don't
video
know.
games.
Whenever
Between
someone
that
says
and this
remote
Mass Effect,
about
or
Mass
not Mass
Effect
Effect.
on the
Sorry.
hub, you get so freaking fanboy. It's awesome. Sometimes I say things just to see when you'll chime in on Mass Effect.
No, but not Mass Effect. What I mean is say the other Bioware, freaking Dragon Age, like, and how upset you were over the lack of mod tools. Like, I mean, you're getting
like, that's a big thing. That's like if we
your
heard
heart is in this.
the next Elder Scrolls didn't have mods, it'd be just as bad. I mean, it's just it's just such a blow to everything. But speaking of Elder Scrolls, my top pick for this past generation
Really?
is yes, because if you look at the two games,
because I brought up Oblivion, right?
This is my thing because you brought it up, Kyle. I didn't this beforehand at all.
Because we discussed this previously, and I'm pretty sure you said BioShock like a month ago.
Shut up, Kyle.
Yeah, actually, like I was thinking about this last night was when I was like, oh, you know what? Actually, I have to give it to Elder Scrolls because Infinite fucked me over, and what got me back into my groove was getting back into Skyrim again. It was just the reason why this is the best series for me is because these are the games that just don't stop giving for years and years and years and years. Wilson and I today are both like fresh installing our Oblivions to do those again.
Yeah.
See like how we can mod them to be a completely 2.0 type game. The fact that we can keep doing that, and then like just imagine what Skyrim will be 10 years from now. The things that will be out for Skyrim that we can do fresh and new. It's just those two games alone are so much content compared to like an entire franchise.
Yeah, definitely true.
Skyrim alone dwarfs the entire BioShock series, so it's just so much. And for PC gamers especially, it just gives so much and so much and so much. Bethesda, you guys are awesome, except for
the fact that your games are buggy as hell and everyone else needs to fix them.
At least we're allowed to.
It's crowdsourcing.
It's great that you can fix them though. So yeah, my top pick for the gen would be Skyrim.
Okay, so here's the honorable mention. I felt this is the one I thought maybe you would pick, and I felt at least it should have been mentioned in the whole show at some point. The Witcher series.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't mention that.
It did kind of come out of nowhere.
Like I'd have thought that would have at least been in the running at some point. So I want to at least mention it. I know that you love the Witcher series and you love CD Projekt Red.
I am a fan of CD Projekt Red, and I'm also a fan of the novels for The Witcher.
Yeah. So that's why I was surprised that wasn't even in your.
This whole time I've been thinking about consoles and all that, with games that came out on console or handheld and all that, not just strictly PC games. Team Fortress 2 is the best game ever.
You are a big fan of the TF2, yes.
I'm a
They do
humongous
give
fan
it
of
away
the
for
TF2.
free.
Kyle is a big fan of the hat genre. He will one day
Probably
be a hat.
sold some of the hats I
World's greatest hat simulator.
found.
You want to see my Team Fortress 2 backpack? And
No. Okay, on that note, thank you for watching, guys.
insane.
Thanks for watching this edition of the Shay and Wilson Show. I hope you enjoyed our picks. If not, fuck you. We don't really care. I mean, we have 300 subs anyway. What more do we need?
Yeah. Fuck you guys. Yeah.
Fuck you guys. We're going to get like 0 subs tomorrow. Everyone's going to unsubscribe.
Negative subs. People be like, okay.
Fuck these guys. And we're going to be crying. Come back. All right. Signing out. See you guys.
Take care.
Based off our names.